Well, anyways, what a start to an episode. This is episode 8 of This Week in Gaming. I am John at Force Inept.
I'm Mike at Srej.
I'm Deion at Super Nerd Fresh.
And hopefully you can all hear us this time. So, as I was previously saying with no one hearing, last Sunday we did a Game of the Year discussion for our personal Game of the Year favorites for 2018, as well as our personal favorites in a variety of categories. Local multiplayer, best narrative, things like that. So definitely check it out. It's on Twitch. We're going to be posting it to YouTube shortly. And yeah, we talked about kind of what's coming up in 2019 as well. And tonight, considering there hasn't been a whole lot of news with the winter break and everything going on, people taking that well-earned PTO, we're going to just have a few little topics, but we will get right into the news. So glad I was muted for that one. So into the news. First topic we have is Discord. So as many of you know, we've been using Discord for hosting this video and the audio and everything like that. We've talked about it quite at length as far as their game store, pictured here, announcements with the 90-10 developer split. And of course, they had an outage, or like not even an hour ago, for a good 20 minutes. So I was kind of panicking there of what we were going to do. But with even that outage, and apparently an outage last week, they announced Friday that it has raised another $150 million due to another funding round led by quite a few different investment companies, which brings its total to over $2 billion. Which is just kind of crazy to me because I still don't understand how they make money outside of the store they've just implemented. They have subscription fees and everything like that for premium Discord, but that's just blows me away. $2 billion. In April, they were at 1.65 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. So, yeah. Damn, they're having a killer year, and apparently that game store was well received, and at least by investment companies, and will continue to be there. I also heard that, Discord can be used to launch, similar to Steam, that you can launch non-Steam games through Discord, that you can do that through Discord. You can launch Steam games through Discord. So I feel like they just need to make a move on that and just try it.
They make it pretty easy, too.
Yeah, make edgeways.
Like, if you check your library tab, they I've got 6 games listed on here that it just automatically picked up, and I'm sure you can add them manually the same way you do in Steam as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's still one thing. I just never have had that, even though I use Discord literally every day. Anytime I'm in Steam, I'm in Discord. I just still don't have that reason to go in there, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I was playing Overwatch earlier today, and the first thing I did was say, hey, everybody get on Discord, even though Overwatch has a pretty decent chat system. So it's a staple for gaming.
Yep. Yeah, they definitely have their foothold there, right? I don't use, because Steam has its own chatting thing too. Don't use that at all. Even, where I used to have more Steam friends, now I'm just more so going to Discord friends, right? And making sure, because that's where I can see what everybody's playing on there too.
Yep.
Even games outside of Steam, and that's why I like it. They got the nice little sexy overlay where in the top left where you can see the icons of who's talking. But it's interesting that they, like you were saying, John, like, how the hell are they making all this damn money?
Yeah, seriously.
It's crazy. The store was one. Yeah, exactly.
I would expect ads for something like this, but nope.
So, they say that if you're not paying for a product, then you are the product. And Facebook is a good example of that.
Yeah.
And so I wonder if they're selling things like game data. What you're playing, they have a small profile on who you are, and then they can say, so the people that like to play Overwatch also like to play Brawlhalla, because they can see that the 3 of us end up playing both of those.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how they make money or not, but that information is valuable and wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, definitely. I can't imagine there are that many people subscribing to their premium Discord to make up, that amount of money. But yeah, so I think that data thing is probably a great point in price about.
Yeah, agreed. It's an interesting model too, because if you remember, from the PC gaming days from back in the day, right? Like, they just took out TeamSpeak because TeamSpeak was a model that someone had to pay for a server, and they were cheap as shit, but you would just buy them anyway.
Yep.
To come in, be free, have a better, slicker UI and everything like that, it's just crazy just to watch over time. When I remember when it first came out, most people were like, "Nah, no, I'm on TeamSpeak. I'm not. What's Discord?" To now, it's like, who the hell has TeamSpeak anymore?
Yeah.
Good old Counter-Strike days. CS 1.5.
And Trillo.
Ooh, Trillo's another one. Yeah, TeamSpeak, Trillo, and something start with an N. But yeah, those were the days of paying for a server. Somebody in the group paying for a server, and then everybody reimbursing them. Or not so much. Yeah, so I just found that really interesting when they reported about the $2 billion. That just kind of blew me away, especially because I personally don't think they're going to, do that super well in the competitive market against Steam and now the Epic Game Store, just because that it's.
But it's interesting because with the money that they're making now, because I felt the same way, but it's like, do they even have to compete on that level? Like, they can just continue to bring in money and just have that as like a side thing that they're just getting, little bits and pieces here and there.
And that's the
right.
thing, though.
Yeah.
Why do you even do it? I don't know.
Maybe it's just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Be interesting.
That's a good question. Yeah, they're going to continue to rule the market in the voice chat community. Having the overlays, they don't actually have to integrate with any of these games. They can just lay it right over.
Yeah.
They've made it stupid simple.
Do you guys think that someone big and bad would come through and buy them at this point?
I really honestly wish EA would do it. Well, okay. I should put this with a grant. Very interesting perspective. If
you want to pay for Discord?
No. If they bought them,
no, you pay for all the premium features
and used them as Discord is, but integrated their game market into it. Ubisoft, EA, Bethesda, honestly, even Blizzard, Battle.net, that's one of the better launchers. But I would take a Discord launcher and UI and all those elements and the voice chat all together. So much better than any of those other launchers. Steam's the only one, honestly, that I prefer. Epic Games is still a skeleton compared to Steam.
I think I would rather Discord just have plugins for those. So a Steam plugin, rather than being consumed and controlled by those companies.
Yeah.
Just have a plugin. But even still, is it really needed? It's stupid simple to use. The only thing that it doesn't really have is console presence. But they do have other sort of like standalone chat apps and music apps for consoles. So what would it take to get Discord on console?
I feel like Microsoft and Sony and them are making that block happen though. Like, I think they're purposely trying to stop them from doing that, especially when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox.
So,
they want to use their own.
There's Nintendo.
Why?
There's Nintendo that says download our app and use our audio through our shitty app. Or
they're tired. They're scared that someone's going to cuss them out.
That's my point.
Switch.
Why bother, right? What do you lose by integrating with Discord? And then they have a better chat platform than what they have now. We play Red Dead Online and get on Discord.
That's an interesting point, though, because Overwatch, we do Discord when we really shouldn't, because then we can't talk with anybody else in the game. So
but
really,
that happens. That happens a lot though on consoles right now. Like if I'm playing I'm playing Halo and I get in a party with Lampy, I can't talk to the other people. It's just me and my party. Yeah.
Yep.
Now if we all left the party
the same way we just did.
Yeah. If I left the party, then I could talk to everybody. But most of the time, just like now, you kind of group up with your friends and you don't really talk to them.
Okay.
But back to my earlier point, like PlayStation makes the console, right? They do the games, they do the HUD. Why do they care if they integrate with a third-party chat system that's better than what they do? They don't have to develop for it. They don't have to do anything but integrate with their API, and then it just rocks. And then the client gets a better product. They're not profiting on that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a dependency. It's just like how, the company we work for, we have some third-party integrations, but even those are sometimes tentative because we're then become reliant on their functionality. So,
Sure, but we're not experts in everything that we support, and so sometimes it makes sense to let a company that is the expert do those things. That way we don't have to.
True.
But you're right.
Also
The
on
dependency on a
PlayStation.
console makes things a little bit different. Yeah, that's true. Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, God. God help us. That day
Looking
is-
at chat, EA's evil. Do you want EA to fuck up Discord too? Look at what EA did to Westwood Studios.
Those are valid points. Fuck
Yeah,
EA.
great point. And yeah, I can't really defend that. And
You shouldn't even try.
but I would love to have something besides EA's current launcher because wow, so bad, so bad.
That's what I say. I think a plugin is the way to go. I think if Discord
That's fair.
opened up their API to other companies to be able to use as a plugin.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the better solution for sure. Okay, well, I thought that was gonna be a quick topic. That was not. Next one is Niantic. Niantic. They
Niantic.
are hosting a $1 million contest for AR games, ideas and development and things like that. So their CTO and apparently co-founder Phil Kesslin said, while our focus is on games, we're encouraging applicants to think outside the box with their submissions. We can't wait to see the creative applications that bridge the gap between gaming and other areas of recreation and entertainment. So he also included in there that he wants to focus on exploration. I'm gonna get it wrong. Exploration, exercise, and something else.
So for those of you guys who don't know, Niantic is the one that makes Pokemon Go. They also have Ingress as well as the new Harry Potter game in development that should be similar to Pokemon Go. So yeah, they're themed around a lot right now, exploring the world for Pokemon or finding those hubs in Ingress, and the exercise of actually getting up and moving around and doing those things.
Right. Yeah, exploration, exercise, and real-world social interaction. So, I mean, obviously, Pokemon Go has been huge in that. Like, honestly, when I first started playing and got bored of it pretty quick, I thought that would be the end of it, but I thought even that was pretty impressive that they encouraged so many people to get out there and get their steps in, to add checks and all this stuff. And that game is bigger than ever. I'm way back into it. I know a lot of people have recently started, and it's amazing what they've continued to progress out of that game. So I'm sure this is their look at, shit, we have this technology, we don't know what to do next with it. Here's $1 million that's chump change if somebody can bring us an amazing idea and they can help it make it into a reality. So kind of interesting bounty tactic, but
yeah, I think it's all positive. You know, like it's innovating. It's helping technology get moved forward. And like you said, that's technically chump change for them if it ends up being something phenomenal.
It goes back to what we were talking about last week with the game developers actually reaching out to their community and taking it on. The whole dynamic between the game development companies and their audience has changed 180 degrees, which I think is fantastic. 10 years ago, Sega Genesis would not have reached out to the public and like, what kind of game do you want us to make? But the fact that they're doing that and paying you for your ideas is huge, and I love it. We work with a guy who's he's an older guy, late 40s, had some heart challenges earlier this year, and after they added the active sync function in Pokemon Go, you get rewarded for hitting 5 kilometers walked, 25 kilometers walked, and 50 kilometers walked within the week. And since that came out, he's hit more than 50 kilometers every single week, just getting out and walking and being active.
Insane.
Yeah, it's incredible. And it's all because of Pokemon Go. I can't imagine he'd be up and doing that stuff without Pokemon Go.
That's awesome.
So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
what about you guys at the top of your heads? Anything you could think of you think would be cool? They have the Harry Potter, and then Pokemon, something along those lines.
So my initial thought when I heard this was something actually more to do with, I don't know how you'd prove it because I'm sure people would lie, but kind of a self-improvement leveling app. So like make yourself into an RPG, whether it's education or exercise or anything like that. I don't know how the hell you police it, but
I
always
have
thought that would be pretty cool.
I have a game doc on my computer for that app.
Oh, yeah, no
I'll
shit.
share with you after the stream. Yeah, that was a project I thought about when I was in college or something like
That's
that.
pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Because anything to help people, motivate yourself to, get closer to that level and whatever. I think it would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I think so. I think there's already an app out there similarly, but like I don't like to run, but when I start running, I feel better about running. You know what I'm saying? And I'm huge into gamification, and so like I think they've done apps where like you're running and then suddenly it's like, hey, there's zombies behind you, and so you need to keep running at a certain pace to escape the zombies while you're running. I think something like that to sort of help tailor that sort of couch to 5K type workout routine with get away from these zombies or go run and catch this thing and then sort of earning points as you go. That would be something to me that really motivates me. The couch to 5K program was one that I really enjoyed because it was just like, okay, you have 30 seconds more. Come on, you can keep doing this.
Yeah. Couch to 5K
sort of things
is
really
awesome. And now I'm at the point where I haven't been running as much, but running has not been my problem the past 5 years. But like going to the gym and lifting weights and stuff like that, it's just something I get super bored with and have no motivation to do. So anything like that would be great. Or even chores. Shit.
Yeah.
If you could motivate me to do chores, maybe I would do them on time rather than procrastinate and wait too long to clean shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd actually be cool if you had like a chores checklist or something, and you contribute $20 or something like that, and then as you knock off the chores, you get that money back. I know there's a lot of apps that are like that for like snooze alarms that if you hit snooze, it takes $1 from your account or things like that, where you're actually your money is what's driving your success.
That's interesting.
Yeah, to me, it's wherever we can get to a place where I can game and not feel like a bum. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I can't get shit on because it's like, look, I'm being healthy. I'm being healthy by doing this. That's where I want to get.
I think another cool thing they have I saw a laser tag that has a holder for your cell phone, and you play with a bunch of other friends playing that old school infrared laser tag. But your phone connected to all the other phones in the area, and it became a mini map, and you can actually see where people were on your mini map as you were playing. To do some sort of like competitive / co-op team-based manhunt or something like that. That
reminds me of like Halo or something. That's really cool.
Yes, exactly. Cool. You could do something really cool with that, and then that way the phones look at each other. Maybe even use AR so you can see trails of where people had been, kind of like in Red Dead when you're searching for people or things like that.
Right.
Maybe something like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. That's pretty cool. Well, get to work. We need $1 million.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Done. Okay. Well, next one, pretty light news week, as I mentioned earlier. So, we will go into our personal thoughts about console of the year, which we really didn't talk about during the 2018 thing.
It's something that I just wanted to bring up just because, we if you guys didn't watch, we have our discussion last week. Go watch, check out the VOD of our discussions on what our game of the year was and like all the different categories that we thought was best personally to us. And this was one that, we probably know the answer to a little bit, but I thought it was healthy to discuss, right, what the consoles did this year. What we thought were the best things, we thought like won out of the other ones, and what we look for next year.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a tough one. I mean, I'm a huge PlayStation fanboy, but I think Switch just destroyed this year with all of the different indie titles, and then getting those Nintendo exclusives like Pokemon and Super Smash Bros. At the end of the year. I mean, their sales are incredible. It's like the fastest selling
console of this generation.
Well, it's console of this generation at this point in its life. There's some weird caveat to
like
that
the
thing.
trend or something.
Yeah, because PlayStation still has by far
the most consoles sold or whatever.
Yeah. But really, I think the Switch just dominated. And I was listening to Jared Petty, and he was kind of commenting on click and point and click games, like where you click to move and all that stuff, and how they've traditionally been on PCs, and that RTS kind of feel is predominantly on PCs, doesn't really transfer over well to consoles normally. And he started talking about the more intimate nature of the console, because a lot of people play mobile, a lot of people play close, which is more similar to a computer monitor that's closer to you. And just that feel and more isolated interaction with it, rather than being, for example, in a living room with a TV, 10 feet away and having that more open space. And just things designed for that more, as he put it, intimate feel. And I thought it was a really interesting point that I never really thought about, because I 95% of the time play the Switch in handheld mode, fairly close to my face, and I don't know, whether it's Octopath Traveler or even Super Smash Bros. Playing handheld mode, which I didn't think I would do at all. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it's console. Like I wondered if it was a nostalgia thing from what you said there, because like that takes me back to my childhood, like being in bed playing my Game Boy Color, like before I had to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a great point.
And that's like you just said, that's kind of what I do now. Like PC and the other consoles, but like usually it's like when I'm chilling, I'm about to go to bed. I have my handheld, and I usually play my Switch in handheld mode as well. So.
Yeah, I think something that I've kind of mentioned a little bit before. I think that the next big gimmick for gaming is going to be mobility, right? If you think about what your cell phone has done to gaming nowadays, I can play my game anywhere. Oh yeah, hey thanks. So Assault Squad, hashtag, that's upside down, hashtag squad. But you could play video games anywhere, right? And so that's a fucking sweet case too. It makes it almost feels archaic to have to sit in front of my television to play my PS4, but then I want to go upstairs. So I have to shut down my PS4, unplug everything, carry it upstairs, plug it all back in, load back up Red Dead Redemption, which takes 20 goddamn minutes, and then I can play again.
Yeah.
I think being able to just grab my Switch off my dock, play it on the nightstand, and then put it away when I'm done is huge.
That's a great point, too, for being busy, or even just, girlfriend around the house asking me questions, can you pause that or whatever. Certain games, granted, online you're not going to be able to pause that. You understand with that type of game. But even certain console games, like it's harder to pause or whatever. The Switch is just fucking suspend mode, drop it down, It doesn't matter, come back to it, and just instantly resume. It's, man, yeah. Doesn't have the graphics, but even if you want to bring the console version now, the console dock, if you want to say, for the Switch, it's still super small. You can just throw that in a backpack, no problem. You don't even think twice about it. Hit the road, go over to somebody's house, play multiplayer locally, which is amazing to do. Like my favorite way to play games, and there you go. Yeah.
And I've gone to the park with my daughter, and she goes off and she plays in the swing set, and I'm playing Legend of Zelda, and I look up every 30 seconds, make sure she's still alive, and then I can play. If I'm in my office playing Red Dead, I'm like, all right, sorry, sweetie, we're not going to the park because Daddy's addicted to cowboys. So that sounded weird. Can we cut that one out?
Nope.
I like horses.
Lampy mentioned Steam Link. I have a Steam Link.
Me too.
I think I like it. I can, and personally, at least with my network, I can feel that latency sometimes. And so for some games, it works that I can play, but some that I know that I can't play.
Yeah, honestly,
that was going to be my sentiment too.
Yeah.
I have I got the Steam Link last year for $5. They had the $5 sale.
Same.
And then also my smart TV has a Steam Link app, and I've used it through the app and the TV and through the box, and I still get that same real heavy lag. And so it's kind of like 10 minutes to get everything set up and get your computer going, and then you get into the game, and then there's a little bit of input lag, and like laying in bed and trying to stream some of the games I have on my console don't make it, or on my computer, aren't super great. But
yeah, I mean,
different kind of cowboy, Lampy.
I have the Google Mesh. Brokeback was Daisy, I believe, if you remember that.
Yeah. We had a moment.
Brokeback moments in Daisy. But so this picture actually has the NVIDIA Shield on there. I haven't tried that. Steam Link's a great point, though.
I have not tried that.
Yeah. the Steam Link, I have the same thing too. I mean, I have the Google Mesh Network. I think it's super fast in my house. Steam Link has not been. It's always been a little laggy. Sometimes more than others, but it's just never been that good play style. And honestly, the controller, I'm not a huge fan of. I bought it and I've used it like twice.
So what do you think? What do you think the future looks like with things like Google Stream? Because if Google Stream puts out a little box like a Steam Link, and all it does is has a Chromium browser that can directly port into their servers, and you can get the same.
I'd be all in on that.
I don't think they're gonna even have a device. I think it's gonna run on your phone. I think you're gonna be able to run it through any shitty laptop, which you currently can. You can do it on
apps
tablet,
for smart
I'm
TVs.
assuming smart TV app maybe.
I think they'll just beef up the Chromecast. Like they already have a Chromecast device which you can already connect to, right? Beef that up a little bit. Boom. Plug that into an HDMI.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the kind of mobility I'm talking about. Pause it downstairs, go upstairs, pick my game back up on my Chromecast in my bedroom, and just be able to keep fucking playing.
That's the thing. I don't think they need to beef it up. All it needs to do is
They probably
run a
don't.
browser.
Because the current generation now can stream 4K.
Yeah, a Chromebook, a shitty old Chromebook from a few years ago can run Project Alpha and... Wait, did I get that right?
Can it run Crysis?
Alpha? Project Stream. Why did I call that fucking Project Alpha? Losing my mind. Project Stream, and yeah, run fine. So, and that's AC Odyssey. Not super highest graphics and whatever, but pretty fucking good. Which is a reminder, was it July 5th? Or July? I am losing my mind. January 15th, play an hour Project Stream, and you will get Assassin's Creed Odyssey for free, associated with your Ubisoft account, which then you can download on PC. So make sure you get that hour in.
Do that.
Let's see. Lampy says super heavy duty hardware server side, especially stuff coming out now, will make streaming from providers super viable. Yeah. And Amazon, all the work they're doing with their servers, it's just insane. Plus the slowly increasing. Yeah, so 5G is rumored, start coming out next year. It's going to be weird. The next year or two in gaming, there's going to be a huge shift. Still going to be those physical copies, I'm sure, but it's going to be a shift.
I don't think we're going to see too many more of those personally. Maybe consoles like the Switch will continue, but we've already seen that they're releasing an Xbox that is completely diskless. And we're talking about a huge contender in the gaming market that is completely fucking install fileless.
So
I think that...
my only thing with that is I think it's going to be more than a few years before we really get to that point, because there's so many people in Canada and Europe and South America and Africa and parts of Asia that they have such a limited internet connectivity, or they have caps. Like Canada, who is a first world country, has insane data caps on their internet. And it's just like, well, that doesn't really help people that wanted to go to that digital only that I feel like in the US we've become fairly accustomed to. I know some people still have shitty providers, whatever. I forgot who I told that I bought a physical copy and they laughed at me. I'm like, well, I like it, but
I prefer physical copies. I just think...
Yeah. So
that's a great point.
Yep.
Computers haven't come with disk drives in years.
Yep. Yeah.
So, I feel like technology will push you. It'll push you that way. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, some people aren't ready for it. Some societies aren't ready for it, but technology just has a way of pushing you.
Exactly. That's kind of my point. We've already seen that they're releasing consoles. I would not be surprised if next generation just didn't. They could save money on the console. They can control resale of used games. It makes a lot of sense from a business perspective.
Yeah, that's a win-win for the the Microsofts, the Sonys out there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could potentially, in some degree, like kill GameStop, right? Like, nope, that way you're not reselling. You have to buy my game. I set my price now, so maybe it's
not only that,
sale, maybe it's full price all the damn time.
There's no more physical copies.
Yep.
Or they'll do way back with the Xbox 360 with that standalone HD DVD disc, where like the PS5 will be completely diskless. If you want to use a disc, buy this extra accessory, and then they don't have to install it with the console, and they can make more money on the people that want to have physical copies because they know they're going to lose money on resale.
Yeah, and we're going to say Lampy number 1. How about that? You prefer that? Buying physical copy, you can resell later when you stop playing them. That's a great point. There's a lot of people that do that. There's a lot of people that buy used games, and it'll be an interesting shift. I'm sure the game companies will probably like it because they're getting, revenue directly from you rather than losing it to GameStop. But
right,
yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting couple of years here. But yeah, as far as going discless, 100% agree. Whether or not it'll still be physical on like a flash drive or something like that, I think that's still going to be around for a few years.
Could be. Could be a nice shift, right?
Oh yeah.
No discs, USBs to maybe nothing.
I think that to your point of the game companies not wanting you to resell games, we know this has been a problem for a while because they get the first $60, they don't get the $50 and the $40 and the $30 that GameStop got every time they resell a copy. And so what game companies are doing today is they're incentivizing those people who bought the copy. Here's a code to get extra DLC if you bought the disc, but then the person who buys it used doesn't get those things.
Yep.
I think that that's the beginning of this shift because they don't want you to do that. They want you to pay for the game. That's why they're also doing these sort of midnight releases. So both of you guys at midnight got to play Super Smash because you pre-downloaded the game and then it just unlocks. And I don't think that transition is going to stop. I think we're going to keep sending that more and more heavily.
I agree.
Since we've pretty much just talked about Switch and then next-gen consoles and stuff like that, did want to bring up, and sorry for the shitty image quality, I could not find a better image of this for some reason. So PlayStation 5 rumors galore right now. PlayStation emailed out a holiday theme to apparently
like people
that have been subscribing longer than the 3 of us have. Not sure how that's possible. But so there's 2 different images, I guess. There's PlayStation, and one of them, the S, does not match this S and the word PlayStation, which clearly looks like a 5. So people are thinking that it's rumored. A lot of people are refuting it, blah, blah, blah. But with PlayStation backing out at E3 this year, it seems inevitable that in 2019, I should say, we're going to be getting PlayStation 5 announcement. Whether or not it's a release date 2019, I kind of doubt that, but who knows? It'll be interesting. I'm really pissed I didn't get this theme.
Looks pretty five-ish to me.
It's without a doubt a 5. It's absolutely without a doubt a 5. It's front and center. It is a brilliant marketing ploy to just kind of sprinkle it in there to those sort of little corners of the internet. I think it's absolutely foreshadowing of what's to come. You're right. They pulled out of E3. I think they're going to have a huge PlayStation convention this year, and it's gonna take the show for sure.
I'm really looking forward to that. I hope they go all out.
Me too.
They better, and I hope it's not like at the end of the year. I hope it's.
Yeah.
I honestly hope it's right before E3, and they just come out and just set the tone and make sure everybody knows what's up. Because PlayStation this year, they killed it with exclusives. They've been killing it this whole generation.
But this year they had Spider-Man, they had Detroit Become Human, they had the game of the year, God of War. They've crushed it. Yeah. Next year we have Kingdom Hearts 3, we have Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk 2077.
Last of Us 2
it's unofficial, but it'll be out next year. It's been in development way too long for it not to be out next year. It'll be out next year. Trust me.
I don't think so.
It's going to be.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Right here. I called it on December 26th, 2018. I'll bet you. I'll tell you what. If it doesn't come out next year, I will personally buy you a copy. I'll pre-order it and I will buy it for you.
Dang,
if it's not out in 2019.
Noted.
Take that bet. Take
December
that bet.
26th. I'll take the bet. I have nothing to lose.
No, you gotta buy him.
No,
you gotta buy
that wasn't part of it. You just said that you would buy it for me, so I'm for sure going to take that bet.
All right, well, whatever kind of gentleman you are, I'll take for your offering.
Yeah, not much of one.
One thing I wanted to note, if we're I don't know if we're gonna keep talking about PlayStation, but one thing, Xbox did not get the console of the year in my opinion, but they did. There was some things that I think we should note. One was the accessibility controller that they put out, which is freaking awesome,
100%.
and I wish that every company did this. Just because the compatibility and all the different things you can do with that controller, it was just a really freaking cool thing, and everyone should do that. So that was one.
No shit! How did I miss this?
Yeah, dude, it's fantastic, and it was just a really positive thing for them to do that, and help out gamers out there, right? So
Absolutely. This is gonna sound like a really shitty thing to say, and I apologize, but like I have genuine concerns about like what if I lost a hand? Because like gaming is such a big part of my life. Like, how would I continue to game? Man, this is so cool.
Yeah,
this is so cool.
Adaptive control is awesome. And Lampy, yes, Mike will be buying copies for everybody in chat. That's true.
Yep. Definitely.
That's right. I will buy copies in chat. That way, when it does come out in 2019, I get 17 copies.
So that was a cool thing. And then the other part is how many backwards compatible games. They're at 550 backwards compatible games now.
Games Pass is killing it.
Awesome. That is freaking awesome. And that's Game Pass, and that's you using your old discs as well.
Right.
Which is different than PlayStation's model, because I don't have to pay if I have I have my Xbox game, I could just play that.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask that because PlayStation has the PlayStation Now service, and I know they have a huge library. It might not be 500 games, but you're right. You do have to pay for that service.
And that's actually more used. So Games Pass is paid too, but the PlayStation Now has more revenue made this year than Games Pass, which blew my mind because I hear nothing about PlayStation Now. Yeah.
Well, it's got over 500 games, and I just read you can now play it on PC and laptop. So you can now play your PS4 games or your PlayStation games on PC.
That's pretty cool. I really haven't experimented. Sorry, real quick, this image, I just Googled console of the year, and it came up with this, PlayStation and Switch. Leaving Xbox out. But
yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that's the case. But I did want to note the things that Xbox did do this year.
It's interesting, though, because Xbox One X is, from everything I've seen, the better platform if you want the best 4K resolution and performance and everything.
It's better
like
hardware.
Better hardware. It's got the 4K Ultra UHD disc, whatever the hell they're called, which is the main reason why I'm actually tempted to get one. But really, besides that, I feel like Xbox is just focused on prior things and services like Games Pass, which is great. Don't get me wrong, they're doing it amazing, but they haven't had exclusives at all.
I don't think that the Xbox console knows what it wants. You know, when Xbox One was first announced, it was this total media package. It was your DVR, it was your screen, it was, hey, you can Skype while you're playing with your friends. Most of those features aren't even supported anymore.
Right.
And they didn't do any of them particularly well.
Oh, yeah. They did not hit the ground running. They announced that we're here for media. And then PlayStation came out at that E3 and was like, we like video games, and we know that's what you want to play, so we're going to do video games.
Yeah. And we're just going to call it the PlayStation 4, so you don't get confused.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they did really, really well is this Game Pass integration. I could buy a game on my PlayStation, or on my PC, play it on my Xbox, play it on my PC. I can play with my friends who have Xbox. I actually had an Xbox One and I sold it, but I still have access to those games. That's fantastic. And again, the mobility and the play what game I want, where I want, when I want. Same thing we're seeing right now with like Fortnite. I could play that for anything. I could play it for my fucking toaster if I really try hard enough. That is what they're going to excel at if they double down on it. Especially with their streaming service where they're going to be able to do this stuff in the browser and things like that too.
Yeah, Xbox is one of those that, I mean, they did not start well, but they've been getting better and better. And I, as much of a Sony fanboy as I am, and I've always hated Xbox, I have to give them credit. I have a lot of respect for them this year and the past, I guess, year and a half, where they've been making good moves and making it about the gamers, which I feel like they had kind of lost sight of. And I honestly feel like Sony is trending towards losing sight of the gamers. So it's that interesting ebb and flow as the console wars kind of continue on. And then Switch is just out there like, hey, we'll publish anything on ours as long as it can run on it.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
No one hates
true.
us. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it's interesting because I mean, Sony's got the games down. Like they know what gamers want as far as games. But you're right in terms of cross-platform ability. You know, wanting to play with other players no matter what they're on. Microsoft has got the edge there.
Okay. Well, I think we should probably switch over to. Granted, it was just to kind of fill time, and I think we did pretty well. But what did you guys get for Christmas?
I'll go first. So I got a bunch of adult stuff. Well, that sounds really dirty, actually, when I say it that way.
Yeah, wow.
Like socks, dirty. But the best thing
Dirty
I got
socks. Were they dirty when you got them?
Yeah, they were dirty. Was this Darth Maul,
It's badass.
which is freaking badass. If I can
No shit.
make him like more focused, but this thing is fucking no joke, dude. And I probably spent like 2 hours trying to because it's got all the different hand figurations, lightsaber, you know, different pieces and all that stuff. This thing is fucking sweet, and I've been debating trying to get this thing for a long time. And so now I'll like literally put a movie on, and I'm like, all right, how do I want to position him? I want him to be like in this
Freeze frame.
Actually, yeah, weren't we in box lunch when we were doing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate thing, and that was in there?
Yeah. I was talking to Kristen. I was like, "Who'd you talk to?
Yeah.
Did you talk to John? Did you talk She was like, "No, I didn't." So
She just knows you that well, man.
Well played.
That's awesome.
I know. I was like, "You win. You win Christmas."
You win Christmas.
What'd you guys get?
What about you, Mike?
I got some cool streaming stuff. So I got a microphone and a new boom, which is fucking awesome.
Nice.
I got green screen, which I'll be getting set up for our Let's Plays for this weekend. And I got Stream Deck.
Nice.
Brought to you by the Stream Deck company.
Elgato.
Elgato. Which I'm pretty excited about. So hoping to double down on streaming this year and really bring you guys the quality content that you deserve.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, mine was a little interesting because I got money because I wasn't smart enough and did an Amazon wish list like I keep meaning to do. But I got money and I put that towards a PlayStation VR. I already have a HTC Vive, but one of the PlayStation VR for all the exclusives that have come out that are not coming to Vive, which still infuriates me, but also to get it a little... It's just easier to consume for people that aren't hardcore gamers as far as, you know, coming into the studio here and getting the Vive out and setting it up and all this stuff, where it's more of just like a click and it's in my living room with my TV and the big couch so everybody can sit around and watch it. And it's just a lot easier. And actually my dad and I played yesterday Tetris Effect for an hour or something like that. And it is just such a chill game with the music and the environment around you. I mean, it's fucking Tetris. Never thought I'd ever pay for a Tetris game, but holy shit, it's really good.
Yeah, for VR, you would never think that.
Yeah.
For
Oh
sure.
yeah. And it's just beautiful. The sound is amazing. Yeah. So got that. I got the Beat Saber Borderlands 2 bundle of it. So it's on sale. I'm not sure if it still is, but for $250, which is amazing because normally the platform itself is $400. So you're getting it 2 games and the platform for $250. So amazing deal.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, Beat Saber, it's got a lot more songs than I actually thought it had. I knew it had, I thought, 1 exclusive song, but I think it has more like 5 or 6. So I'm going to be working on doing the platinum on that, which unfortunately looks insanely hard to do, even for how much I've played Beat Saber on Vive. And what was the other one? Oh, Astrobot Rescue Mission, which I haven't started playing yet. I played a demo of it, and it is multiplayer, so might try to like do like a let's play of that or something. But the demo was really cool. It's a platformer, but you're in VR, and the person that's helping you is just using a normal controller on the main screen, kind of being a, helper to get to certain locations and shit like that. So, pretty excited. It's a different feel than the Vive, but it's pretty cool. So,
yeah, Lampy says Ace Combat 7 is also. Oh, we'll have PSVR exclusive missions. Dude, I haven't played Ace Combat in so long. Those used to be really fun.
Also, I'm excited to get Resident Evil. I think it's $30 right now. So once it goes on, like, actual
Can you
sale,
live stream that?
I will 100% live stream that the first time I play it, and I will shit my
Mixed
pants
reality?
and never play it again.
I'm already making a compilation. I can already see it in my head of you getting terrified and me just like making that.
It's just like a super kind of going fuck.
So the challenge is can't really do mixed reality with PSVR like you can the Vive because that requires a lot more stuff. But I can at least green screen me playing it and overlay it. So. Should be good there. So excited for that. And actually, this Tetris thing, I just saw a Let's Play of Tricky Towers, which is a multiplayer competitive Tetris style game. And now I fucking really want to play it as a Let's Play. So we'll have to talk over that and
hell yeah,
maybe do that this Sunday. So we'll figure that out. Or Astrobot, fucking whatever. We can switch off with the VR.
We could play more than one. Yeah.
Also that, yes. Multiple games. There are so many games out right now. It's just amazing. Yeah, I think that's about it. That was a lot of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... so the deal I talked about with the PSVR, check that out if you're interested. Great time to get in. PlayStation's killing it with the exclusives there. Speaking of PlayStation, the January...
You just literally brought up PlayStation
you
to say
ramped that one up.
PlayStation.
Yep. Speaking of PlayStation, now that we've been talking about it for like half the stream, January 2019's PlayStation Plus lineup has been announced. PS4 games are Steep, which is like a snowboarding game, I guess. Portal Knights.
Nice.
PlayStation 3 is Zone of the Enders HD Collection. And Amplitude.
Zone of the Enders HD
Collection.
Yeah, not the standard. It's the whole collection.
And Vita, because that's still a thing somehow. Fallen Legion, Flames of Rebellion, cross-buy with PS4. I guess you can get.
So you get it for
PS4
both
too. And Super Mutant Alien Assault. I'm gonna search Super Mutant Alien Assault real quick here.
Don't forget that free games for PS3 and Vita end in March. March is the last month, so get your free games for your shitty console. I traded in my PlayStation 3 for half of Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah,
So,
they're
not worth very much.
That's kind of depressing. But man, Vita, just get a Switch, please. Just do it.
Right.
Although there are trophies. Unless you're playing the Vita explicitly for PlayStation trophies, you need to upgrade. That's about the only reason you should be doing that. We can go over where are we playing, I guess. You wanna
let's do like a rapid fire that.
Rapid fire. Haven't been playing Fortnite. Haven't really been playing Red Dead since the last time we spoke. I've been playing PSVR. Spider-Man the DLC, which I'm now through the first DLC and on to the second, and I really enjoyed the first one. The second one so far I'm not enjoying as much. And Overwatch and DayZ, actually. Not even so much Smash Bros. Right. It's been a weird kind of week for me of kind of alternating, but yeah. How about you, Mike?
Working pretty heavily on the Red Dead Redemption Platinum. I'm about 94% through the 100% completion portion. I'm doing a bunch of the collection stuff that I haven't done yet. Basically, just have the collections and then the challenges, which are actually going to take and then the 4 robberies. I haven't done all 4 of the robbery types. That and Overwatch. I've leveled 4 times today alone, which is pretty cool. I'm starting to use this mouse and keyboard.
Weird.
Which has been interesting. It is interesting. It is. I'm doing all right.
Don't clap. Don't clap for that.
I still keep it close by in case we're in a pinch. I can pick it up. But
Hey, baby steps.
baby steps, John.
I appreciate
Baby
it,
steps.
Mike. You're making that transition.
The only game that I ever played with mouse and keyboard was World of Warcraft. I played it a fuck ton, so it's familiar. I just don't have those lightning quick snap reflexes because you don't need that in Warcraft. So I never learned.
I used to feel the same way because I didn't have a PC until way later in life, but it's like anything else. You have to play it in order for you to get better.
But like, I do a lot of console gaming, and they've made controllers so fucking simple. So simple. There's no drivers. I just push the button, and it's like, hey, you're connected. Come play your game. And every PC game I have has a mapping for controller.
I used to use like XPatter or whatever, where you would like map the control buttons.
Exactly. You don't have to do any of that shit anymore. It's ridiculous. And my PlayStation 4 controller and my Xbox One controller connect too, so I can literally play Dragon Ball Z Fighters on my PC with my nephew using 2 controllers.
I would recommend testing out different sensitivities, getting used to that.
Yeah, I got the push the button. Push the button and change it.
Yeah, I got that too.
I do that too, and once in a while I'll mistakenly hit it, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Or if I slam my mouse once in a while, it triggers. Luckily, mine has a little light on it to show you which sensitivity you're on, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, mine does too. It changes colors based on which sensitivity.
You guys have the Corsair one?
I do, yeah.
I have Red Dragon.
I can't.
It sounds serious. It was like $9.
RGB.
Yeah, I got what you got.
Mine's just R.
It's just.
Oh, there's the G and the B. There they are.
Shoot. I can't pull up what I want to pull up. Damn.
All right. Well, I got 60 seconds. Mainly for me, Overwatch. As you know, we've all been playing that together, which is freaking awesome.
Speaking of which, we're playing that tonight after this.
Yeah, if you guys want to jump in Overwatch with us, we'll put the Discord information in the chat below, and you guys are welcome to come join us and play with us and get fucking awesome.
Get fucking awesome, kid.
I was going to say get fucked, but you're going to be on our team, so you're gonna get awesome.
Also, saying get fucked, kid doesn't really translate well. DayZ is the other one that I've been playing a lot, and it's a lot of fun, dude. For those who haven't played DayZ or played a long time ago, 1.0 is a lot better. It runs so much more smoothly, and it's been a shit ton of fun. I mean, we have everything we need for the car, by the way. So we're about to get the car going. Yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah,
it's all good.
I can attest to that. I played DayZ briefly way back in the day when it was the mods, and I think briefly when it was standalone, and then was just like, I just walked off one step and broke my leg. I'm not playing this game anymore.
I'm over this.
Now it's so much better. So definitely recommend checking it out. Cool. Okay. Well, last closing comments?
No.
Okay. Well, let's go play some.
Yes. 2019 is going to be an amazing year, guys. Please continue to support us. Thank you for everything you've done for us. We're going to give you guys so much awesome fucking content. You guys are going to be in love. We love doing this. This has been so much fun. So I think this is our last stream of the year. So thank you guys for everything. Get fucked, kids.
Is it?
What up, Lampies? Isn't it?
Well, we should talk about that this weekend. If we're going to do one, we should make it like
Oh, right. If we do a stream this weekend, it'll be
we'll make it a New Year's thing.
New Year's, get trashed.
Okay. Let me rewind. This will be our last news segment of the rest of the year.
Accurate.
We'll be doing Let's Plays, potentially, for the rest of the year. So, great stuff coming in 2019. We've already talked about some really cool stuff that I don't want to share with you guys yet because we haven't actually talked about any of it yet. I don't want to seem like a liar. But it's cool stuff coming.
What he said, I guess?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's go play some Overwatch.
Yep.
Next guy.
Maybe it's in Discord.
Yep. Discord. Actually, can you post that to the chat?
I did. Already did.
Oh, damn. Already did. Until next time, everybody. Stay salted.
Bye.